On this 5th day of July, in the year 2050, I, Lady Gillespie, am proud to present to you Toothless Hawkins and his robot jazz band. A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Feel so free, just believe we can come alive. We're so far from the ground, but I'm not looking down. Feel the warmth of the breeze rushing over me. Now we're soaring high, reach and touch the sky.
it out, they gon' slide. Check it out, they gon' slide.
This is the Comfortably Poor Podcast, an uncensored, wide open, anything and everything goes podcast. You won't find anything like it. And why is that? Because the Comfortably Poor Podcast keeps it 100. Let's go.
We are what does that mean? The top 1%. A mouthful of mashed potatoes.
Out the gate. We appreciate you guys rocking with us on this Saturday night. Phone lines are open, 844-997-0775 if you want to call and talk to us about anything that's on your mind, anything that's taken place this past week, or you just want to ask us anything and everything. We are open books, and we're ready to tell you what's on our mind and tell you about whatever. At CPPod100 is where you can find us across all social media platforms. During the live show, Twitter is the best one. We're on Twitter right now. We can chat with you live during the shows on Twitter, but we are streaming over on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, all that kind of good stuff. So find us wherever you're at, and we appreciate you guys. Excuse me. One last thing, a little more business, because we are that good, and We appreciate their support. So big shout out to Keurig. Keurig has been a part of the coffee game for a long time. Coffee in a pod. They've stepped up their game and brought cocktails in a pod. So you can get all your favorite cocktails in a pod.
Yeah, boy.
On your countertop in a wonderful little machine that you just fill the tank with water, pop your pod in the top, put your cup under, hit the button, and in 10 seconds, you've got delicious beverages, old fashions, Mai Tais, margaritas, rose spritzers, Bellinis, all kinds of things, mimosas. Get that brunch on Sunday, tomorrow. All kinds of things. It's your Keurig DrinkWorks bar for your countertop. Keurig DrinkWorks home bar station on your countertop. It's awesome. I've got one. I meant to put out a video today about it, but I forgot to do it. So drink.works/CPpod. Drink.works/CPpod. You'll save $50 on your DrinkWorks home bar station by Keurig. It's a pretty awesome device. So big shout out to Keurig for rocking with us and giving our listeners $50 off. So check out the Keurig DrinkWorks.
Giving our potty mouths a
station
fucking opportunity to give you guys some dope shit. Look at that. A company
Well,
taking the
I think they realized we're fucking booze bags, and it was the best thing we could do was jump on board with a couple of people podcast.
Up in the toilet, catch a case, and I get me a lawyer.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's
They
good
knew what they were
stuff.
doing. Come on,
why not?
it's smart on them. Smart on them.
Of
So I
course.
can't hate on that. But we appreciate you guys. Again, CP Pod on Twitter. Use that hashtag comfortably poor. Chat with us live during the show. We appreciate y'all. And again, the phone line is open 844-997-0775. All right, business. is
Shout
done
out to
and out of
those
the way.
already in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, big ups.
Checking this out. Thank you so much for that, for real.
Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to all those who've been keeping up with us throughout the week, every time on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook. Thank you for that. Can I scream about something really quick that was just announced on Thursday night before we move forward?
Let's do it.
Why not?
The fucking brokinis. A
I
bikini
saw
for
this.
men.
This was,
I
yeah.
am so fucking tired of
Are
this
you in or
fucking
out?
shit. I am so tired of this shit. And
Hold on.
it drives me nuts.
So, this is. So, you mean to tell me that they gonna have niggas in one piece?
They got niggas in one pieces, nigga! Nigga! They got a little string for you to adjust your dick. And apparently.
Yeah. That
It's-
is listen. That shit is gonna be like if you can have a dude in a bikini, all bets are off. All
My
bets
nigga,
are
this
off.
is too
You're gonna see
progressive.
all types of
This is too
Bro, you're gonna
progressive,
see all
bro.
types of shit.
I feel like
gonna see all types of shit,
this was
bro.
created for the dad bod though. This was the dad bod thing.
I'm gonna let
dad
Adam
bod
say
became-
this. Adam handle this, and then
The
I'm
dad bod became.
My man brought the dad bod.
The dad bod became a thing.
All right,
The
fine.
last
I'll ask you a
couple of
question.
years.
All right,
and we
fine.
talked about this on another episode. We talked about dudes going and picking up chicks and chicks, picking up dudes and things like that, and how the dad bod kind of became a thing. So,
Okay. Fine.
Sometimes there's the dad that's out on the beach, and he maybe has a little too much titty. Sometimes you want to tuck the titty in, but you want to have the arms out.
This
I
is
don't
why,
wanna
man.
be-
Okay, now I
No,
understand.
I didn't want to be insulting right off the bat. See,
Now
didn't wanna
I
be insulting
understand.
right off the bat and go after fat niggas.
Yeah.
But man, that's the only people I can.
Now
see
I understand
fitting into one of
why-
these. Bro, listen to me. If you've ever seen a person who looks like me, how would I even fit in a goddamn bikini? That wouldn't even look right. Man, I got big ass cups in front of me, empty as hell and shit. I'm spilling out the sides of it and shit. My dad, nigga, I'm looking fucked up.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. All right, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Now I'm starting to understand a little more ways of life. The way that you say that, now I understand why women sign contracts to not fuck you later. Because you just don't keep it up. Because you don't keep it up. Because you just don't give a fuck. You stop giving a fuck to have a dad bod to be able to wear this type of shit. This reminds me of the fucking male rompers, man. Do you remember the male rompers? Holy fuckaroni, man.
That
See,
was just a few years ago.
That was like about 6 years ago. This is what I'm talking about. We've gone too fucking far. There's just certain things that are made for women that should just stay made for women. I don't think we should be selling this stuff for men.
Okay. I'll say this. I definitely see the comic relief, and I definitely will not be wearing one. And any guy who is wearing one, I will be making fun of them, like, for the next 5 years. Like, I will definitely be trashing people who wear them. Hey, listen, and here's the thing. Because, and it's just, what Adam just said is what I'm going to say.
Will it match my trunks?
Listen, bro, listen. I don't shame anyone who wants to
wear
one if you
at
want
that
to
point,
wear
just
one
don't
and
wear
that
the
makes
trunks.
You happy. But I'm just gonna be making fun of you just because you look funny, bro. You are a feminine ass looking dude in a one piece in this bitch. All right?
One piece
on the beach in pajamas. Okay, like what are you? In some sexy pajamas. Like that's what I'm making fun of you for. But I'm not kink shaming. If that's what you want to do it. Like I don't.
Oh my
I
god.
don't really believe in too progressive.
God.
I'm just making fun of people because I wouldn't do it.
Oh my god.
It's all in good fun. But goddamn,
You're so much nicer than me.
I cannot wear that.
You're so much nicer than me. I kink shame the fuck out of people.
But I think that's the fashion trends today. The fashion trends in men's fashion. It's weird, and a lot of this stuff started back like 3, 4, 5 years ago with Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith tried to do that, right? He did that photo shoot on the cover of GQ or whatever it was, wearing a dress, and it was like big. Everybody kind of cared, and then all of a sudden there was like more and more men wearing dresses, and God, there were some other celebrities that came out, like they wore a dress to their own wedding or something, and so it was like the bride was wearing a dress and the dude was wearing a dress.
I know Young Thug, has been, dragged for that before.
Yeah, so it's like this men's fashion has gone to, if the women can wear this, why can't I wear this? Like the women want to have the same things men have. Why can't the men have the same thing women have?
Exactly. That's exactly where we are. That's exactly where we are in fashion. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. And I do agree with the sentiment. I also don't think there's anything wrong with making fun of people for it, though. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, dude, there's nothing wrong. If people want to trash me for being a boring, vanilla, white T-shirt, black jeans wearing person, I should be able to trash people for wanting to walk around town in a crotchless sex suit. You know what I mean? Like that's like I don't see.
I agree with you,
but
bro.
I also am all for people wearing what they want to wear, bro. Wear what you want to wear, but don't expect people.
Don't expect me to look at you normal, my nigga. Don't expect me to think that your asshole's not getting banged out by a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all I can think. That's all I can think, nigga. I'm thinking a lot about you. If you wearing that shit around
bro,
me.
Listen, I'll be honest. Listen, if acting a certain way gets you more pussy, that's kind of when I might start to experiment, though. Like, yeah, exactly, and that's exactly why I just said what I just said.
What kind of women though? Women who would sleep with anybody, or women who? Like, I'm starting to realize that these hoes will sleep with you if you have a disability, if you have a fucking blah blah.
Like that tend to get more pussy than normal Joes.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. Bro, listen, it's not even, it's the whole concept of metrosexuality in general. Men who dress like that, men who smell like that, men who run in those circles, men who can behave a certain way, who carry themselves a certain way. Like, all of that plays into it. This is just one aspect of it, but you're completely right, bro. Like, because, like, and that's the thing, like, sometimes what it is to get pussy is you sometimes go out there and do some weird shit, but if the hoes like it, that's all you care about. Because at the end of the day, are you secure in your sexuality is the question.
How far would you guys go as far as what you would wear? Obviously, okay, so you're not wearing the brokini.
I told you
would
what
you
I'm
guys
wearing.
Wear
I'm wearing.
Would you?
No. Black jeans. No.
If dude. If it's originally worn by women and then marketed for men, I'm not wearing it. I'm not putting it on me. In no way, shape, or form. Like, the fact that you have to say it's a male something, it's a male. I don't have to do that with my jeans. I don't have to do that with my shirt. We just know what we know. We buy what we buy. We buy the shit that we go to the men's section, and we don't have to identify it as something made for men. It's just what the fuck it is. So this idea that we're gonna put out a new product and we're gonna market it for men because we have to, because typically women wear it, then absolutely not. There's no fucking way. I don't need to wear that. That's craziness, yo. They got men out here looking like bitches, bro. That's just insane. They got men out here wearing shit like bitches, bro. That's offensive, man. That's offensive. For everything that we came up on, dog. That shit is crazy.
Looking at what women wear, we do think women's fashion is sexy. And we do
for
like
us
it.
to take
So
in,
as
not
a
for
man,
us
if
to wear. But this is like the same way. Like, I don't understand how women can't. I don't know how women can watch gay porn.
So
there are women who could watch gay porn. I can't watch gay porn. So no, I'm not here to do everything that women
love gay porn. Women love gay porn. In fact, and let me tell you something too. I've said this to certain people, and I've had some of my more experienced friends agree with me. But there's something about bisexual women, right? It's just relative, but something about bisexual women that makes them more adventurous in bed, right? Now, whether it's because they're willing to try the extra thing that others won't, I'm not sure. But usually, if you're willing, the more open-minded you are, usually the better the experience, in my opinion. But you don't have wearing something does not make you something. Like, it's sorry.
Right. I'll give you that.
Sorry. And I say that for people who want to be transgender too, like people who say they're transgender and they're walking around, they're strapping down their breasts. I'm a man, dude. Let me punch you in the chest. Let's see how much of a man you are.
Well, that's like too. There was the since you brought that up, like the whole woman man thing, tranny thing, and we've talked about this in previous episodes as well. So if you haven't heard any of our episodes, go check them out wherever you listen to your podcast app. There's that transvestite, and don't come at me about my terminology if I'm not using the correct terminology, right? Whatever, come on now. You get what I'm trying to say. But she was a UFC fighter, but she was a female that became a man and wanted to fight the men, like at her weight class, but like they wouldn't let her, and I think they eventually did, but I can't remember. But she was like mad and had to protest to let her fight in the dudes side, but it was like people were going against it or whatever, because even though she was a man and she was strong as shit, it was still the thought that like the woman's original body is designed. It's not incomparable to a man.
It's not designed to take the sorts of traumas,
punishment, and beating from a man. Correct,
Yeah.
right. And again, this isn't coming from me. This was a real story, so y'all can go look it up. Don't come at me and say I'm talking some shit. I'm just relaying potential facts. So, but it's along that same line, like what you were saying, like, and I already forgot your what you were saying, but either way, yeah.
Same shit, dude.
I don't know where I was going
The
with that,
concept is like, you are what you are, and
me.
putting something on doesn't make you something else.
Right. Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah. So this question came in from a listener, so I thought I'd throw it out
Real
here.
quick, before we move on, I want to make it clear.
Yeah.
You know, I was catching up back on the stream because I was grabbing something to drink. I don't want to say, and I want to make it clear that I'm not trying to say that wearing something makes you something, more so than just to say that, like, we didn't come up that way. You understand? Like, we like, I didn't come up that way. I didn't see that shit. And, like, all it's very black and white, and I'll be honest with you, like that's something that I'm still trying to work through, and I'm still trying to, accept that like it's not so black and white, and that, just because, you know what I'm saying, you see a nigga in something that might be a little feminine or whatever, that doesn't necessarily dictate he gets his ass blown out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is still something that I'm genuinely working through as somebody who grew up in the hood and saw that shit, and it's just like, yo, you even remotely see anything feminine on a nigga, and you go, wow, that's insane.
You start clowning.
What happened?
Because see, in the hood, you get your ass beat for talking a certain way. So
exactly,
if you're gonna wear something, exactly, people get shot over less. So, but I will say this: the counterpoint to that is only that, yo, your nigga Prince. Listen,
I know, bro. With stilettos, that nigga can get all the bitches, bro. With fucking heels on, and he would steal your bitch from under your nose, nigga.
God, with high heels, no.
How?
Hey, yo, did I ever show you guys that clip that my cousin sent me of this cold ass like thing when like James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Prince were young? Well, James Brown was pretty much born old, but like back when Prince and Michael Jackson were young, like when they were doing their thing in their prime, like 20s, when they were in their like early 20s, mid 20s, early 30s. James Brown did a show where Prince and Michael Jackson were in the crowd, and like no one even knew they were there, and he actually called them onto the stage in like this random thing, and Michael Jackson starts singing random bars, and Prince does like a guitar solo, and then Prince like rips the cord from the lamp on the stage out of the wall and walks off stage with the lamp.
What?
Yeah, dude, it was the. It was a concert. It was the end of a James Brown concert where James Brown. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. James Brown had called Prince and Michael Jackson on stage. It was the end
of a James Brown. Yeah, and it was the end of his concert. He just randomly called them on stage. No one knew they were even there, and James Brown knew they were there, and he called them on stage. I think this was like 82. I want to say this was like 82, 83. I had to try to find that thing and send it to you. It was the coldest fucking. Oh man, it was sick. And I don't even, I don't listen to Prince like that.
I love Prince.
Shit was sick. I fuck more with Michael Jackson than Prince, to be honest. Like as far as what I would turn on.
I know, Dan, you follow a little bit of sports, Brando, unless it's not martial arts, but funny sports story. So in February, a Toronto Blue Jays baseball player, a minor league player, got caught beating his meat in his car in the public. And it was a big thing. TMZ got it and all this kind of stuff. Well, he made it up to the majors. And, so baseball's been kind of weird this year. They just started a few weeks ago. They're only playing like 60 games. But because of the way teams are set up this year, teams are able to bring up have a few more players on the roster than they normally would.
Yeah.
So this guy gets to make the major league roster. And the Braves, they still have the old school organist, that plays when players are walking up to the plate. So this guy gets in. He's playing against the Braves are playing the Blue Jays a couple weeks ago, and this guy's playing. This guy that got arrested is in the game. He's in the starting lineup, and is at his first at bat. When he's walking up to the plate, the organist for the Atlanta Braves starts playing Michael Jackson's "Beat It." It was the best thing ever. Like, I picked up on that shit so fast. I was like, oh, shit. And he does that kind of shit all the time. He tries to, troll players by little things like that. I was like, oh, that one is spot on. It is so damn funny. It was good stuff. I guess I only appreciate it as a sports fan.
I love that shit so much.
Y'all should have been laughing. I think everybody here knows how much we love our Karens. And so I wanted to flip the script because today we have a Brad. And I just thought this was interesting because we don't get to see enough.
Brads.
We don't get to see enough Brads.
Are you a Brad, Adam?
No.
Are you sure? Whoa.
Fuck no.
No, you're not this guy. Sorry. I wasn't sure what a Brad
You're
was.
very blind, ignorant. You don't have the ability to even come up with your own fucking ideas. I will leave when I've sued. You've not established authority to tell me to leave. You go get management. You want to cover? You find management that I can no longer. Yeah.
You have more management here. Please speak to the store.
Are you exercising your right as a private company to take away my rights?
Jesus Christ.
Say you can refuse service. Are you refusing my service? Why don't you say
This guy
you refuse
is
your
lost his
service?
shit.
No.
Dude, this is
I
nuts.
choose to yell, and you cannot stop me.
Okay, that's cool. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, okay,
Turn
bye.
to your service of Satan in your ignorant belief that you are right.
That's cool. Bye.
Is that the security guard?
In the future.
Yeah, it's
He got escorted out.
Walmart.
So he gets
Walmart
escorted out of
employees.
Walmart
refused to wear his mask.
because he wasn't wearing a mask. This is happening, but this is a Brad.
This is a Brad.
I think the funniest part about it.
Yo,
funniest.
that's kind of weird. Though. Shouldn't I be calling him
I
Hellion?
cut that clip off a little bit early, but he gets a little more. He gets into it with the chick that's actually filming, which is pretty good too.
Wait,
but
can I hear? Wait,
it
I
just
want to
gets
hear
a little
more of
bit
this.
long.
Oh, dude. Brad.
I don't know how to fast forward in World Star, so I'll send it to you.
fuck.
Or I did send it to you. You can go look at it on your phone.
I'll go
But,
find it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, that's.
There's more and more of this going around. You know, we don't see enough of the Brads. We see nothing but the Karens. But if you take a look out there on the web, man, there is more of these fucking guys. Like, here's my thing. Okay, this guy went a little too far. This is, come on, guy, chill the fuck out. But the other side of this is that, yes, stores have the right to refuse service if someone's not wearing a mask. But for the most part, stores are just, please wear a mask. We can't force you to wear a mask, but please wear a mask. So if someone's not wearing a mask, why even start the problem? I'm somebody that will wear a mask. It's just me, but I'm also somebody that unfortunately I have like underlying health conditions, and I don't.
So you can't take the risk. You cannot
I
take
wear
the
a
risk,
mask.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
So I just wear the damn mask. It's not that big of a deal to me. Like,
So
why even harass this guy if he chooses not to wear the damn mask? I mean, if everybody else is wearing theirs, then they should be good, right?
Yes, I think people are so caught up, and this pandemic really shows that. I think that people are so caught up in making sure that not even them, not even their sake, because I hear that from everybody. It's like, I'm not even trying to protect me. I'm trying to protect my family. My mom, my grandma at home, my kids. So like, in the moment of survival, or in the moment of like trying to do something or stop somebody from doing something that could possibly ultimately affect you, and then trickle down and affect your kids, and trickle down and affect your family members, like, I think you just turn up, and it's instinctual to turn up and care that much. Now, I agree with you. I really think they should leave the fucking guy alone, but at the same time, at what point in our life, bro, like, did we ever feel like it was okay to start reacting like this if somebody asks you, hey, do you happen to have a mask? Like, I don't, obviously the video doesn't start here
Right.
and say and show what happened and how this escalated, but I see it just by being asked. People are just being, hey, do you happen to have a mask? I don't need a fucking mask. It's like it just starts automatically. It's like this automatic anger, like reaction. It's like, You
Yes.
can't be that offended
Why
about
can't
a
you just
mask.
say, I'm not gonna wear
Like
a mask.
you literally
Like,
just say,
I
I'm not
appreciate your
wearing a
policy,
mask.
But
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yep.
I think it's a bullshit. I think it's a hoax. You believe in it. I don't. That's the difference. I'm walking away now. You know what I'm saying? And then at that point,
and
don't chase the person and get into a screaming match. Call whoever you have to call.
Right.
Call security. Call whatever. But this is like luring people who steal shit. You know, like when they say don't bother the people who steal shit from a corporate company. If you see somebody running out of Best Buy with some shit, don't chase them. This is literally the same thing. You're gonna literally when somebody pulls out a knife, somebody pulls out a weapon just because they want to scream at you and they're animals about wearing a mask. Like, I don't want to put my life in danger like that. People are too fucking crazy right now, dog. People are too fucking crazy. And all for a mask.
But
The other side
that's
of
part of the
that, too,
reason why I'm telling you, dude. Online shopping is everything that I invest in right now has to do with online shit, bro. And I'm telling you, all of that shit is going up because they see what I see, and they see that walking into brick and mortar facilities is becoming really overrated.
Yeah. I mean, I think online shopping is definitely the way to go. We've seen it happen.
If you
before
can.
the
I mean, you can't do
pandemic.
it all the
Online
time.
Right, but online shopping was shutting down brick and mortar stores even before the pandemic.
Oh,
we
fuck yeah,
saw
it
it
was.
happening.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, this was something that was happening 10 years ago. So, but my thing with this too, and I have some friends on Facebook that go live and talk about this stuff, and I respect both sides of the fence here on this argument. But my problem is like the people that want to go live and ridicule the people that are wearing a mask. Oh, my bad. That are ridiculing the people that are wearing a mask. Like, if I choose to wear a mask, I'm wearing a mask for my own safety. But you want to go on live and talk shit, not necessarily about me directly, but about anybody that is wearing a mask, saying, oh, you're just one of these brainwashed zombies that listens to the media and lets the government control you. Like, who cares?
That's the
If I choose to
bullshit.
wear a mask, like, fine.
And that's the bullshit.
Don't wear a mask if you're not gonna wear a mask, but you don't have to go.
Don't
ridicule
harass me because
I am
you think
wearing
I'm a
mask.
fucking I'm a Russian asset or I'm a fucking
Yeah.
government dick sucker, right? So like
Right.
because that's what it is. I'm telling you, bro. That's literally these fucking assholes.
Russian asset.
Don't think I'm a fucking
shit.
Russian asset because I want to
said
protect
Ivan's
my
in
family,
Walmart.
motherfucker. Don't think I'm Putin's puppet. All right, you fucking piece of shit. It's true.
Yeah,
I don't.
so
I don't
know.
like to be. I don't like to be harassed. I think about that. I think I started really taking the masks more serious when when they actually made it mandatory. When they when actual specific stores were announcing. For example, I live in Colorado, so like King Soopers, which is the Kroger supermarket. They announced that, hey guys, it's mandatory that you wear masks in all our locations, and same thing with like Walmart. I know Walmart had announced, it's mandatory to wear masks at our locations. That's when I started taking it serious. Before then, I wasn't, because my whole stance on COVID wasn't that it was a fake virus at all. I just felt like, dude, I have a friend, she got fucking COVID, and she did everything she possibly could to stay safe.
Right.
And like, that proved to me that I was right, that it can happen and you can get it. You could take all the precautions in the world, but that fucking if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it, whether you're wearing a fucking mask or not.
100%.
And she was wearing a mask.
Brando,
she
you
would
go out a lot.
shower.
Are you a mask wearer?
Yes. So like the thing is, like, I'm one of those people who a lot of times I have my mask in my back pocket, I don't wear it. Like, I wear it when I know I need to. So, like, if I walk into a store, I put it on.
Right. Same
Walk
here.
into a gas station.
But
I
if
walk
I'm
into pretty much
walking,
those
though, I'm
buildings,
not.
I put it on. But
Agreed.
if I'm outside, I have it in my pocket a lot of the time.
How does it work for you right now, Brando? I know you're doing a lot of virtual training, but if you're doing one-on-one martial arts training, are you guys both wearing a mask? How are you handling that right now for your work?
Yeah, so like when it's one-on-one, like face-to-face, like again in the brick-and-mortar facilities, no, we're not wearing masks.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
People have the choice to. I know that some of the
You guys
older
have like
students
hand
are like,
sanitizer stations set up and stuff, like just being
yeah, that's
cautious?
mandatory. That's actually been legislated into law over here in this state because you have to have hand sanitizers, and if you service people a crowd over 75 or more daily, you have to be able to hand out masks. You have to have packages of masks on site anyway.
Right.
But so
right.
so if you're 60 or 70 or 80 and you're taking classes, private lessons, you have the choice to wear a mask, you know. But me and my teacher, we don't wear masks personally, no.
If you want to chime in about anything that's going on with the mask or anything that we talked about so far, phone lines are open, 844-997-0775, hashtag comfortably poor on Twitter. That's where you can chat with us at. Or I am following the YouTube chat as well. So if you're watching us on YouTube, throw some comments down in the chat, and we will see that there as well. You know, somebody that's not slowing down because of the COVID and the pandemic, the Mexican cartel.
¡Ah! ¿Qué te pasa, manito? ¡Quédate pa' allá, pendejo!
Cartel.
Oh, la colombianos.
These niggas is active, boy. The
Coast
cocaína
Guard.
don't stop.
Yeah.
Cocaína.
Charleston
Cocaína no
based,
para.
Coast Guard intercepts and offloads over $228 million worth of cocaine and marijuana.
Charleston?
God
That's Charleston, South Carolina?
Yeah, I think they're Charleston
Wow.
based. $228 million worth of coke and marijuana. Why are we still getting our marijuana from outside of?
Yeah, I don't know. Who the hell are
Yeah,
they?
these niggas are some bum ass niggas and don't know how to travel states, bro.
My
You're
question
right.
is, who are they selling that weed to? Like, who's buying it?
This is the Midwest.
Yeah.
This is the Midwest.
And is that South American weed really?
No.
better than what you're gonna get here?
No. We're not having that bullshit. This is not the Midwest. I don't know who or what told you. Pretty much every state in the Midwest right now either gets weed from the closest legal state,
Which
or
is
they got a
Michigan.
medical program.
Or they
In
got
Michigan,
about-
or if you're in Kansas or something like Missouri, Colorado. Illinois is now a flocking zone, even though it's priced out the ass. People are fucking flocking to Illinois, and that's why we.
So
don't have
is
any
it going to
dispensaries.
other countries then, or are we going to?
Illegal in Illinois. You can get it in Illinois, right?
Yeah, and I feel exactly. I feel like this weed is going to people like that are destitute or something, like maybe Native Americans or homeless people. I don't know, and I'm not trying to shit on Native Americans. It's just man, like I can't imagine who would be buying this, because it's not like they're growing it. This isn't Dro. This isn't high quality stuff. I wouldn't think. Like this isn't like
That's what I'm thinking.
something off your top shelf.
I think we got some crazy scientists here in the States. I don't know what Colombians are making better weed than we are here in the
They're
States.
not.
They're not.
They're not.
And
Listen,
that's
I
what we're
live
trying-
there.
Yeah.
They're not. I smoked weed in
Yeah.
Colombia, and they're not. This is bad. It's actually pretty.
So that's
shitty.
what I'm saying. Like,
It will get
why
you
are still
high.
getting your
Here's
weed
the
from
thing.
Colombia, people.
It will get
Of
you
course.
high. That's the thing. Like, but it won't. Like it's like Reggie Mello with a kick. I don't know.
They're still slanging that 1995 weed.
Yes.
Hey, fuck it, we got it. We need to get rid of it, Holmes.
Fucking, you pinch it, it turns into dust. Youth.
It's just
Yeah,
crunchy.
exactly.
It's crunchy as shit, like dry.
Yeah, one day,
crunchy as
Dan.
shit.
I always wanted to do this. I don't know when it'll ever happen, but one day, if you're for whatever reason in New Jersey, I'm bringing you back a bag of Dominican. Scratch that. I'm bring you back a bag of Brazilian maconha,
Ooh.
and let you see what those niggas are smoking.
What them niggas are
That
fucking
shit is
smoking
like
on.
circa 2003.
Oh.
So 2003, just when niggas realized that they could actually grow weed without having seeds. Like, and there's like one seed at the bottom of the bag. It smells good. And it's like, dude, when am I gonna get high? I feel good, but when am I really gonna get high?
I just done fucked up my
Like,
whole
you
throat, and I don't feel shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel shit yet. Like what? Yeah.
Oh man.
This is what they used to call mids.
Yeah. But that coke too, though, man, that's a lot of coke.
You can have up to
It's not on
1
the
gram
streets
of
right now.
cocaine. You can have a gram. You can have up to 1 gram of cocaine legally in Colombia.
What?
Yep.
For reals?
Yep. Up to 1 gram.
Wow. Okay.
That's all I ever needed. Whoops. But yeah, it's just, different spokes for different folks. Dude, and that's the thing, dude. Like, every country is relative. Dude, like, the stuff that you can't do here, people would laugh at you for in certain countries, And the stuff that you can do in
Right.
other countries, people would be horrified to hear,
It's true
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I guess that's true. We talked about that a little bit before too. That like what you can do in other countries that you can't do here. So I guess that's true. Scientists are stumped, no pun intended, after baby is born with a paw.
Whoa.
Interesting. There's
What
no
kind of a
more
paw?
additional details. It's a video that doesn't have any audio, so I'm not sure. But
So like,
I can only imagine. I can only imagine probably what happened. Like if you think of your hand and you've kind of got that fatty part where your thumb is, and you've kind of got the padding under your fingers there, like under your last row of knuckles. I'm gonna guess the hand didn't fully form, and it probably looks like a paw.
I'm
Like
gonna
that
hope,
fatty part of your
because I'm gonna
hand
tell you
there is?
this.
I don't know.
I've always heard the extra
What kind of
finger.
crazy shit
I've always
happened
heard.
that a baby was born with a paw?
Well, I mean, they're really okay. So I'll make it as brief as possible.
Brando's
So-
about to drop some shit on us. Hold on. Hold on. Let me take a sip. Let me do some shit. Brando's about to tell me he saw a baby born with a dog dick before or something. Like
It's really not-
lipsticky. Okay, go ahead. Tell
It's
me all
really nothing
about it.
that enlightening. It's just that
He saw a baby
the genes.
born with some eagle wings.
It's just the genes, the way that the genes that express themselves for the hands, those traits for the hands and for paws on dogs and hooves on horses and flippers and whales, they're really not that much different.
Hooves.
Yeah, Hobbs is my favorite.
They're
Well,
not.
it's all collagen,
not-
right? Like the nails and stuff, like nails on a human are like
Well-
nails on a dog, right? It's collagen and shit like
Yeah.
that. So if it's just the way that it forms.
Yeah, at the ends of the limbs, yeah. Like so for rhinos and us, our nails, horns for rhinos, hooves for horses. Yeah, that's the collagen, the same, or not collagen, keratin. That is the same sort of the keratin. That is the same sort of hard stuff. But even deeper than that, the bone structure in our hand. Our bone structure is the same as in a sea lion's flipper. The bone structure is the same as in a dog's paw. We're mammals. We're in that common family. We have that in common. So, the genes that go into place to produce a hand or a paw don't make much of a difference. In fact, and I've said this before on a different episode. I don't know which one, but when you're born, for a period of time, you actually have all of us. We actually all have fur and gills. But we shed them, of course, because we come out without them. But for a period of time, we do have them.
Gills?
Yes. In fact,
We don't have gills.
That's like when
Yeah,
they
we
say
have
we
gill
got the
slits. In
fucking
fact, they're
tail. Like we still have a fucking tail.
yeah, no, hold on. No, Dan
That's
is
like
right.
our
Yeah, we do.
tailbone, right?
Yeah, the
but like the tailbone is there, but that's where
the
our
gill slits, though. Put your finger behind your ears. If you put your finger behind your ears, that little nodule slit in there that you can kind of feel, that's the beginning of actual gill slits. But Neil Shubin, an awesome evolutionary biologist, I think he specialized in ichthyology, if I'm not mistaken, wrote a great book called Your Inner Fish. and it gets to talking about exactly what parts of you identify from your most earliest parts and what are our most earliest ancestors, but fish. And it shows you from the beginning how you start out, how very fish-like you really are as a tadpole, and then you start, you morph into the human part, the mammalian part. You grow the fur, you shed the fur, so on and so forth. You start growing legs. You begin to produce an actual brain.
What?
It gets into the whole thing. But all of that stuff is actuality.
Oh, wait. Babies don't have gills.
Who said babies? We're talking about fetuses, bro.
Fetuses don't have gills.
They do, though.
I know. This is.
No.
I'm mind blown too.
No.
Maybe
it's something similar. We don't refer to them as gills.
No. We don't. No. We're not calling it not. And technically, what we call gills on fish aren't technically gills on fish either. That's not their actual names either. But the actual things that we have behind our ear, you can't see them now because we've, just like you can't see them on babies. But we actually do have them. Like, I mean, this is not even debated, bro. Like, this is common knowledge. Google it. It's there.
Oh my god!
And again, also
embryos have gills.
Also look into and again look up what they're actually called too, because they're, like I said, like you said, even they're not called actual gill slits. But the book Neil Shubin's Your Inner Fish is a really good read.
Your Inner Fish. I'm gonna have to check this out for real though.
Your Inner Fish. Also, keep in mind that in the beginning, your feet and toes are also webbed.
Yes, I have heard that.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that
say
is?
That again?
In the beginning, your toes and fingers are webbed, almost like you're a duck. Why do you think that is?
I don't know why it is, but I have heard that.
Do you think it might have
shit.
something to do with water? Do you think it might have something to do with water?
Because that's where we're born in, right? We have to survive
that's where
in
we're
that.
from, right? Like and sometimes like a lot of these things, people like some of the what we call birth defects or deformities. That's like a more unpleasant term, I guess. Like people are born
it's called
with
embryonic slits.
What's it?
Or
Embryonic
people
slits.
refer to
Okay.
them as gills.
Okay. Embryonic slits.
Huh.
These pharyngeal arches, clefts, and pouches are not. This is a lot about. Are not bio. I can't even pronounce that word. I don't even know what that means.
Dude, I went to public
they're
school,
not
bro.
like
We have them.
gills.
They're not.
It's
They're
saying
not.
they're not at all like gills.
They're not at
It's
all
just
like gills
extra folds
anymore.
of tissue.
Yes. Now
He's
they
saying
are.
they are the
Growing in the
starts to
embryo.
slits. They're starts to gill slits.
Yes,
that's all
what
he said.
That's what I'm
He
trying to
didn't
tell
say
you.
that they
All of
were
these-
gills. They
all
were
of
the
these
starts.
things-
Just extra flaps of flesh.
It's the same thing. It's like
All of
us
what
having
you
a
grow
fucking
into.
tailbone. Like we have a tailbone because we had
tail,
a
yes,
literally
that's what I'm telling
tail,
you.
a tail
all
there.
Of these things. Have you guys ever heard of the concept of vestigial organs? Like
No.
your appendix.
No,
Yes,
I don't know
okay.
What vestigial means.
Vestigial. Okay, so vestigial means that either it's not used for its original purpose, or it's not used at all anymore, or you can survive without it. So it'd be something like your appendix, or it'd be something like your tailbone, or it'd be something like those pharyngeal slits.
Or one testicle.
That we don't need.
Okay.
A kidney.
Or an extra testicle, even.
No, that's just bad luck.
Webbed feet, webbing between the fingers and toes, like some kids are born with.
Right.
Okay.
We don't need that stuff anymore. So usually we shed it. Oh, also wisdom teeth. People who have extra teeth, that's kind of an old evolutionary holdover. If you don't have those, you're technically on the rise up, right? So all of that stuff, embryonic slits. Thanks for teaching me something, Adam. That's just what the fur that we grow and then shed, that hair when we're in the womb, right? It's all part of the shit that. So I can see how something might have gone wrong. A mutation fucked up, and the poor kid was born with something that looked a lot like a paw.
He probably is born with a club hand, but it's just the way the fatty tissue probably formed to look like a paw.
Yeah.
And it's probably just like.
But just keep in mind, though, like for the listeners, like nothing in the mammalian system, right, is going to be that monumentally different outside of the environmental pressures. Like things like whales are bigger, they have huge flippers, but the bone structure, it's simple. Like it's just like ours.
Huh. Interesting stuff. And this is why we have Brando on the podcast. He drops some knowledge on us like this. Yeah.
I don't want to bore people, though, so. Yes, let's go on to funnies now.
Those have gills. 844-997-0775. Drop some knowledge on us. Let us know what you guys have to say about babies having gills and anything else we've talked about. This was a question that came in from a listener. It's kind of a fun question. I'd be interested actually to see what you guys say, as I don't get that you guys are huge TV people.
No, we're not.
People. He kind of are more outside of that. Yeah,
Dan does the movies a bit more than me, I think.
Right.
But
so I'd
I don't
be
think
curious
either
to see
one
how
of
you
us are
guys are going to answer
TVs.
this. But if you could place yourself into any TV series, movie, TV show, like
I
that,
gotta answer,
and be a
though. I
part
gotta answer.
of that TV series, be a part of it, and live that life. What is your TV series? Like, what would you be a part of? If you got one, go ahead, Brando.
Okay, shit. I was gonna see if the movie that pops, because it's not a TV series pops in my head, but the movie that really sticks out to me is like if I could be a part of it too, though, like We Were Soldiers or Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, We Were Soldiers.
Those are such
Okay.
Brando answers, and I love that so much. I love how
They are. G.
you stick to.
I'm gonna be
It
honest,
makes me
bro.
so
I'm just
happy.
Me. I'm just a me guy.
You know what? Like, I was gonna ask this a couple weeks ago on another live, and I'll bring it up now because let's answer this first, and then I'll go back to this. But mine actually is, so there's two potentially. One would be The Sopranos. Drop me in there. Let me just be a part of Tony's family. Like, I want to replace his son and just be his son, even though I get tossed around a couple times. But just to be a Soprano, that would be my number one choice. That's my number one overall favorite TV show. If you haven't checked out The Sopranos, you are lame. You need to check it out. It's the best. The next one would be actually, it's an older show back in the day, like 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. It was called Friday Night Lights. And it's a good TV series, HBO.
I remember
kind
Friday
of based
Night
off
Lights.
Texas football, Texas high school football.
Yeah.
It was just such a good TV series. And yeah, so I'll wrap back around. Those are probably my two. You got one, Dan?
My answer is probably gonna shock some people, and I really hate that my answer is my answer.
Okay.
Because I hate this show with every fiber of my being. But first of all, The Sopranos is one. Just because I truly feel like I'm that person, and I feel like
you'd fit.
I
You'd
would
fit in.
totally fit.
You got the right personality and assholeness for it.
But the other one is going to be odd that I'm going to say this answer because I hate the show, but Jersey Shore. And I say that specifically for the simple fact that, dude, do you know how fucking dope it would be to be a celebrity just off of partying on camera? All these niggas had to do was fucking drink and do shit on in fucking the club and all this fucking shit, get into scandals of fucking each other and make millions. Make fucking millions. And not have to work life. You fucking like Snooki was able to go off and fucking have kids and be a mom and do all this fucking
crap. Snooki and JWoww got multiple spinoffs.
Yes, and then they got a bunch of fucking spinoffs. Fucking Pauly D was able to go ahead and.
It's starting to
go. Okay, so you sound good for me, but Pauly D was able to go have the money to fucking continue his DJ career, and then fucking Vinny was able to go ahead and fuck with the guys of MTV and do shit for MTV. And then the situation became a fucking a jailbait and a problem. But other than that, like, imagine what it would be like to party and get so much money for just partying on cam. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
And live in a dope ass house on the shore.
Live in a fire ass house on the beach, nigga. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Summer long.
Shit on the show all you want, baby, but
get to go do shit. Like, they gave you a job. They gave you a job to do for like the 6 weeks. Like, they went down to Florida and worked at the fucking surf shop, and like, you just were given a job to just do dope shit. Yeah, hell yeah. It'd be fun. Would you guys be a part of a reality show? Like something like that, like Real World Road Rules type shit? Would you guys do something like that?
It has to fit me. I wouldn't just do it just to do it.
Would I do like my own reality show?
Or just something like Real World or Road Rules. Like Real World, in case you didn't know what it was, Brando, was just like they took like 8 strangers, they put them in a house, a dope ass house, like somewhere dope, like Hawaii, like Key West and shit like that. There was one in Vegas. They had them in New York and Seattle. Like, they put them up in a fat ass house, and then these 8 strangers just live together and they learn about each other. They fight, they party, they have a good time, they get jobs. Like, it's just reality, reality TV.
I don't know if I would
do something like that.
No.
Why wouldn't you? What would be the turnoff for doing that?
People.
The people? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Brando's like, I would be in jail a week into the show. Like,
yeah.
I would have choked somebody out. I would have.
It would get bad. It would get bad really quickly.
It would be bad.
I don't like. That's a lot of fucking people, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of attitude.
But it's a big ass house too. I mean, you can spread out.
Yeah.
Get your space.
Yeah.
But part of that show is actually having to interact with each other, most of that, so.
For sure it was. Yeah. You saw a lot of that. So going back kind of based off the question that I asked, I was going to ask this a while ago. Do you guys, maybe this is just a me thing, but like I was watching Remember the Titans. It's a good movie, like the movie. I'm a big Denzel Washington guy. Do you guys ever look at a TV show or a movie, or maybe, Brando, you're a big book guy, so maybe like you're reading a book and it's maybe just kind of a chill book, and wonder how you could fit yourself into that lifestyle? Like, so like Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans is a time where black and whites didn't really blend together yet, and it was just starting to kind of come together. It's like somewhere in Alabama, I can't remember exactly where, but it's like small town Alabama, like back road, dirt road type Alabama. Like sometimes I'll watch shows like that and be like, what would it have been like to live in those times? Like when you literally like your first date is with Susie Joe, and you've known her since you were 5 years old, and it's like, oh, she's this, that, and like dirt roads. Do you ever think about like if you could fit in
a movie, or would I want to live in the lifestyle of a dirt road and
yeah, kind of like real life. Like could you ever imagine like not living how you lived and putting yourself in that situation? Like I couldn't before,
even right?
Ghettoer than you already were raised.
Right. So yeah. I did before. When I didn't before, when I was a kid coming up, like I always never looked at the bright side of those things or the good that can come out of those things, and kind of like that side of life.
Right.
Because like all I knew was all I knew. But like as I've gotten older, and certain things, I've seen certain things and certain like at this point in my life, I sound old as fuck saying this, but like I'm a city boy at heart, but there's something that sounds so dope. There's something that sounds so dope about there's like being far away from people, being able to fucking throw parties, you know, off dirt roads like far back, and nobody can really complain about sound and you know, just having that seclusion. Like I that sounds dope to me now. And as I've lived like in the cities and I've heard like sirens all the fucking time, and all I want to do is just sing and talk to you guys on a microphone, and I just like, all right, we get it. Jesus Christ.
It's like when last year the movie Peanut Butter Falcon came out, and it was a movie with Shia LaBeouf. And it was like country back roads, and it's like skipping rocks at the lake, and you know, overalls and bare feet type shit, you know, like just dirty country living, but everybody was happy, you know, like there's no care in the world, like country stores and, you know, streets with one stoplight, one, you know, four-way intersection, one stoplight. Like I put myself in those situations sometimes, like I'm like, man, wonder what that would really be like to live. Like, I get this is a TV show, this is a movie, but what would that really be like to live like that?
I
like,
don't think though. See, I don't think it's
into a fucking hillbilly meth
that's the
head,
thing.
crackhead,
I don't think it's made. I don't think that lifestyle's made for children.
You know?
I don't think that lifestyle's made for children, and I don't think it's fair for children. They don't get the exposure that they deserve. Like, I think kids should be more exposed to shit, and not this idea that like you have to come up. Like, you gotta. I guess you got to see people. The lack of exposure to certain shit. That's why we have the sheltered people we do, because they grow up in shit like that, and you know, town of only like fucking 2,000 people. Everybody's banged the same chick at the gas station. You understand? So it's like, it's that is not proper exposure. Like having variety, knowing what it's like to choose. You know what I'm saying? Going to having different types of food available, all that shit. It's like, dude, like I see it now. I see it now with people who grew up like in the blind world online, with people who did not grow up in like cities, and it's a common thing with them. They all eat fucking the pizza rolls, the fucking frozen pizza rolls, and Walmart fucking great value shit, because they've never been exposed to. You know, city shit that could be coming from other countries, and just that lack of exposures is there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you grow up on a dirt road,
culture.
There's no culture.
I just ordered Arby's milkshakes.
Do they have good milkshakes?
This guy. Dan's internet's fucking up, and Brando comes out of the fucking heavens with, I just ordered milkshakes. And
you know
that
what?
Jamocha shake from Arby's, though, is on point.
Yo, that's what I got. Yo, that's what I got.
Can you hear me or no? Not at all?
Yeah, now you're better.
Yeah,
because you guys are
you were choppy.
Because you guys are sounding perfectly okay. So I just want you to know that it's breaking up just
breaking up a little bit.
It's just breaking up going to you.
it
You
is.
guys sound perfect on the stream.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. The bet, man, with DoorDash and Grubhub and shit like that, like,
Gee,
it is the best thing to sometimes just grab yourself a Jamocha shake.
What is it called?
And like an
Jamocha, yeah.
Jamocha shake. And
Yeah, I
then
got a
like
Jamocha
an 8-piece
shake, yeah.
mozzarella stick. It is the best. Like, that
Jamocha
is the
shake,
best
a
treat.
vanilla shake,
Treat yourself.
and a half pound French Swiss. I'm coming in my pants.
The
No,
French
guys.
Dip. Yeah, the French dip is bomb.
Oh my
Fucking apparently, I just saw an ad today for Sonic. They just released a toasted s'mores shake. I'm screaming. I have to order that soon.
Toasted s'mores shake.
I need to order this soon.
We got some Dairy Queen Blizzards last night.
Yeah.
Dairy Queen chops up them frosted animal cookies now as one of their Blizzard choices, and I got me that. That shit was delicious. It was so goddamn good. I had them add brownie to it. It was the shit. Chunks
Dairy
of those
Queen-
frosted animal cookies. So good.
No, I rarely add things in my milkshake, but when I do, I put Oreo pieces.
Yeah, that's classic. You gotta get the Oreo pieces.
I really don't normally add stuff in my milkshake, though. I'm very boring. This Jamocha shake was one of the best things I ever tried, though. I was like, yeah, normally I'm a vanilla milkshake guy. That Jamocha is on point.
Yeah, no, that shit is bomb. We've been pretty tame on this podcast. 844-997-0775. Hashtag comfortable on Twitter if you want to chat with us. I think we need to turn this shit up.
Are you gonna piss on Mike or?
Nah, but I just feel like we haven't been our normal comfortably poor selves, so we need to. I had some. Would you?
Do you want to hear about the
questions
time
here.
I ate some oil out of? All right, cool.
Wait, what?
No, go ahead to your questions.
You were about to say?
Nothing at all. Oh God.
I just need to find this
I'm not
document.
high enough yet. I need to get higher.
I'm fucking up this pizza over here, nigga.
What kind of pizza?
It's got barbecue. It's barbecue chicken with pineapple, bacon, and onions.
That nigga went out
Oh,
and
you
got
should
a
put some
motherfucking
jalapenos on that bitch.
East Coast ass pizza.
Actually, no.
Jalapenos on that bitch.
You'll be
It's
shocked to know that this
delicious.
is some deep dish.
This nigga said deep dish. Holy shit.
I know you're gonna shit yourself.
Holy
dude.
shit.
I fucking know it.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Your asshole tonight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your asshole tonight
It's all
will
right.
expand. I'm just letting you know. God damn.
Would you guys rather go 100 years back in time knowing what you already know, or 100 years forward not knowing anything that's going to happen?
Probably 100 years forward.
God, really?
Probably 100 years forward, I'd say. Yeah.
I'm going 100 years back because
Same here.
1920 baseball was still sports. Some sports were still being played. And if I know what I know, I'm gambling like a motherfucker. I'm taking every 1 cent nickel I have and I'm gambling this shit. And I'm going to be the richest motherfucker in the roaring 20s.
Nah, I don't want to go back.
I'm starting radio.
I'm knowing everything that's going to happen.
Cause
I'm gonna get a part of the gold rush. I'm gonna know
radio
some
wasn't
shit.
around then, so I'm starting radio. I'm starting radio, and I'm giving it a whole
Yes, yeah.
rebrand, because radio was not up
Yeah,
yet.
all that shit. Cause you're going back 100 years, but you know what you know.
You have the knowledge of what
today.
you know now.
Today you know what you know, and you go back 100 years.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going
Fuck
back.
yeah.
Nah.
I'm going back.
I'm going forward. I'm gonna see what else there is. I don't want to
But
go
you
back to
don't
some
know what's
absurdity
gonna happen.
bullshit.
What if
I
some
know,
crazy
that's the whole
shit
point.
happens? And
What if there's no more
Then
world?
awesome.
what if in 100 years Russia takes us over and you're like in some crazy communist bullshit or something?
You know, your boy.
Maybe, but what if I go forward and I'm a millionaire?
But
Well,
how
you're
can you
only
become a
gonna be going
millionaire if you
forward
only
as
know?
you are now.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Oh wait, so if I go forward the way I am now, what if?
Yeah,
like,
you're going
So wait,
forward
if-
the way you are now, but you have no idea what's going to happen. You obviously have no idea what's going to happen 100 years from now. But if you go back 100 years, you know what's already happened.
no, dude, I still wouldn't go back. There's no.
Wow.
You
I
want to
would
be a
not
part
have
of the
any. I
futuristic
would
stuff.
not be. I would not be interested in anything.
It'd be really interesting to know what like 2120 would be like, though. Like, do you think we're ever
Yeah,
gonna
I
get to
know.
the point where we see like Jetsons type shit, like skyrocket, like buildings, like them floating cars and shit? Like,
I don't know, bro. That's the thing. You don't know. That's why I want to go see.
interesting.
I want to go find out. You don't know until you go find out.
but goddamn,
Honestly,
you'd live your best life if you went back. If you went back knowing what you
There's
know.
so much I would have loved to see, like,
Link up with Ford.
What would have
link
been-
up with
what would-
Ford and make better cars because you know.
when you used to go into
If
cars.
I did go back, though.
I would have loved to, like,
No, I was gonna say if I
be
did
a
go
part
back,
of Woodstock.
I wouldn't do Ford. I wouldn't do cars.
Like, to go see Woodstock
Yeah,
and
oh
see,
my
like,
God. Get it?
what the drugs were like
shit.
in the 60s and 70s and shit like that, and be able to bring them some
Subpar.
good shit,
But
like be able to bring
you're
them some
gonna
good
be-
shit from here.
You're
or
gonna
know
be
how to
old as
grow it.
shit doing that though, because if you go back 100 years, it's 1920.
Yeah, you're gonna be. You're
You're
gonna have a trip
27
and die.
already, so you're gonna be 27.
You're gonna have the best acid trip of your life and just keel over in the desert. Just.
Hey, you're gonna Wait, in the 60s, you're gonna be 60 some odd years old, popping acid.
Woodstock, nigga, just out there, gone.
Dan is gonna be he's gonna be the new. Oh my God, you could be Grateful Dead before Grateful Dead. Because you know Grateful Dead is a thing. You can be Grateful Dead. Like,
It's real shit, bro. That's exactly
Jimi
it.
Hendrix?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Come on, son. That's what I'm saying. Look,
What if you could save Jimi Hendrix? You could be like, yo, Jimmy, don't dip that shit in acids in that.
From
like,
all
that's
that,
gonna be too
from
much. Take
that-
shit out.
from
Like,
that to, like, seeing what made the Beatles break up, right? To fucking
you can step in
and be like, yo, my
don't-
niggas,
come on,
all
guys,
y'all
come- you
niggas,
can try
really?
to mediate it.
Really over this crazy bitch, John? For
Come
real?
on.
Over this kooky bitch? I saw how this happens, bro.
Kooky bitch. I don't think you can say that, but you already did, and you got me to say it too.
She's dead. Fuck her. No, she's alive, isn't she?
Yeah, Yo-Yo Ma?
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
oh, shit. It wasn't Yo-Yo Ma.
Yoko Ono. You fucking.
My bad. Yoko Ono. Yeah, Yoko Ono. Yo-Yo Ma shit.
Hey.
That's the cellist. Not all Asians are the same. It's kind of like not all black people are the same. I confused Asians. Like shit.
You remember that that Lawrence Fishburne clip where one of the reporters had confused
The ABC News.
Yes,
The ABC
yes,
News
yes.
in LA. Yeah.
God.
About the credit card. Yeah,
Oh.
he's like, well,
It was
it
like-
was Samuel L. Jackson.
It was Samuel L. Jackson. He
Samuel
had
L. Jackson.
confused for Lawrence Fishburne. And he's like, dog, not all black people are the
Yeah,
same,
he's
bro.
yeah,
Like,
we're
are you
not all-
nuts?
We don't all look the same.
you racist fuck. And it had to be a white guy, dude. It had to be a motherfucking white guy.
It's like I'm gonna see if I can find it. It was like a popular
It was a
morning
viral
show
clip.
in LA too.
It was a viral fucking clip. Hey, yo, my nigga, shout out to Jets Pizza, nigga. Hey, yo, if you go to Detroit, y'all niggas need to have some Jets, nigga.
I can't remember what kind of pizza I was eating when I used to live in Detroit. It's too fucking long ago.
You need to rock it with this Jets, nigga. This shit's delicious.
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, this is gonna be
What
the whole
Super
thing.
Bowl commercial?
No, this is it.
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake. You know
See
what?
what? See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Fuck, you're exactly
We're all black and famous. You
Oh, look
are
how he's trying to.
guilty.
I love this.
I
clip.
am guilty.
You're busted.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right.
You're the entertainment reporter.
I know. How dumb
You're
am
the
I?
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this basis?
Vlog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Lawrence Fishburne?
My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk.
Fucking hate reporters so much. God damn it, I hate him.
That is the best right there.
I love that
is
though.
The best.
I love his backpedaling, but man, do I hate fucking reporters. And they're just smarmy fucking like they can't like the fact that he couldn't laugh at it. Like I hate that so much. God, I hate him. Because he couldn't laugh at it. He'd be like, you know what? I'm a fucking asshole. I'm stupid as shit. He's like, you got me. You got me.
Super stupid.
God, like the news reporters really are some of the most robotic fucking people on the planet. I swear to God. I swear to God. And to not be that prepared.
Yeah.
And to not be that prepared to where you do that kind of shit. It's like, it makes it worse you're a fucking white guy. You're a fucking white guy. You knew that this was going to come down hard on you.
It really does.
That's good stuff. There was one conversation I had been holding out on, and I wanted to have with you guys. Brando will hopefully be back. But how do you feel about... You're with your lady. You've been with your lady for what, 5 years now, right? 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 5 years. 5 years in this past May.
Okay, so you've been with your girl for 5 years. Does she have single friends?
Not really. Actually, most of her friends are married. The couple that she has, yeah. No, not really.
Okay. In the event that she did have single friends, how would you feel about her getting advice from these friends if you guys were going through some bullshit? You know what I'm saying? You might be arguing about something because I don't want my girl at all. Just me personally ever talking to her single friends. It's not a recipe. It's a recipe for fucking disaster.
Relationship stuff?
Yes. If me and my girl are going through some relationship issues, and this is just general, it's not specific to my situation or whatever, but if me and my girl are going through some shit, this is just general. I don't want her talking to her single friends. Her single friends they're null and void. To me, what they say, keep a fucking relationship. Yourself, get into a relationship. Don't show me why you're single. Because 9 times out of 10, when single people give advice, it's never really the best advice. And it's the reason why they don't have relationships. So, speak on that. Do you feel like you limit those people? Do you feel like you can kind of count their feelings out about things? Because I totally 100% can. And I feel like I have to for the betterment of our relationship.
I am not against it. I'm not against it because a few reasons, I guess. Maybe not a few reasons. I'm not against my lady talking to her single friend about relationship advice because... With you, correct? Even though her friend might be single in the moment, that doesn't mean she's been single her whole life. Maybe she's married and her divorce or her marriage didn't work out.
Why didn't it work out?
But
Why didn't it work out?
That she couldn't provide.
Why didn't it work out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And that's my point.
Maybe her husband cheated. Maybe she cheated.
Okay, what were you doing that he cheated?
That's not to say that you're
not valid. It's not valid. It's not valid, bitch. If you were doing the right thing, he wouldn't have cheated.
I don't agree with that because it's not that she couldn't provide, and it depends on the relationship advice. Right. If it's advice regarding, things are going south in the bedroom or something, like it's not as spicy, it's not as whatever.
Okay,
or
if you're
this
talking
and
on
that.
surface stuff, I think girls are totally allowed to talk about what happens in the
For all we
bedroom.
know, her friend and her husband were perfectly fine sexually, but maybe they just grew apart. Maybe they had 3-4 kids. Shit just got old. The husband jumped ship. I mean, we don't know. There's
Brando, let me ask you a
take a
question.
shit.
I got you. So here's the deal. How long have you and your lady been together? A little over a year, I think, or some shit like that. So, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, let's just say yes.
Okay, so you and your lady have been together for a while. Does she have single friends? I'm gonna assume that she has single friends, right?
I would assume so.
Okay. If you guys are going through relationship troubles, how would you feel about your girl going to her single friends about your relationship and trying to get relationship advice from your single friends? Because I'm against it. I think that if you're single, there's a reason why you're single, and until you can show that you can secure something and you have something to speak of, I don't think you should fucking say anything. I don't think anything that you say is going to be any sort of conducive to what I have going on right now.
Well, see, wait, hold on. Now I'm understanding. I didn't understand what Adam was talking about at first. Now I'm hearing what. But how long have they been single, and why are they single?
That's exactly what I just said.
I know, but now I have to ask the question. I have to hear it out loud. I have to hear myself say it. No. I mean, here's the thing. I can see what Dan means. I can see what you mean if the person is constantly single. Like, they just can't get nobody. This bitch is known to just scare guys away. She can't get nobody. Like, how dare she? You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. But if a person is just single because maybe they just got out of a relationship, or maybe they want to be single, and guys love or women, whoever it is, single friend, single whatever, But I guess it just depends on why they're single. I don't know.
So it's the reasoning on what got them there.
I'm in that same boat. It depends.
Okay.
It depends on why
every single person's giving equal advice.
And friends.
That's fair.
If they've been friends for 20 plus years, they've been friends since elementary school, middle school, whatever it might be. Like, those friends probably are still going to give you the best advice, no matter what they've been through relationship wise. Like, they're going to talk to you. Like,
from the heart? With
an open mind for the most part. Yes, from the heart. Like, they're going to try to give you the best advice possible. So, if this is a friend, like, I met her at work and I've only been at this job for 6 months. Like, you don't know this bitch. Like, no, you're probably not going to take relationship advice from that person. But if this is your childhood friend and you've remained friends and it's like, I'm having relationship problems, I'm going to call up, little Susie and she's going to tell me what's going on, then it's kind of different. But yeah, if the friendship is fresh, and, like Brando said, if this is a chick that just has major man problems after man problems, or a woman that has...
We know some people like that.
Okay, wait. So wait. What if they're going through a promiscuous phase right now, right? Where they're single and the way that they're rebelling... The friend? Yeah, the friend. Do you feel like they're still qualified, or because right now they're not really thinking logically about a relationship or what might work in a relationship. They're just thinking about getting their box banged out.
See, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you, right?
But
hold on, wait.
How good of a friend is this, though? If this is a good friend,
sure, I get what you're saying.
That's kind of what I was about to say.
Okay.
Because it's not what they're doing that you should be paying attention to. You should be paying attention to what they're saying. Like, what's coming out of this person's mouth? Because
if it's a good friend, they're gonna give you advice for you, not what they would do.
And that's the thing that gets me, like, about a lot of people. Like, they think that the way I live is the way they should live. I don't know. I don't understand people who think like that. Like, people have to do what's good for them. And a lot of people aren't good advice givers. Like, it takes some true backbone to say, like, I don't know how to give you good advice, honestly. You know what I mean? Because shit.
No.
Not everybody can do it.
That makes sense. I don't know.
I would take whatever advice is coming in and measure it.
Yeah, put it
You
up
know what I
against
mean?
other shit. It's like buying something. It's like buying a product and doing
exactly.
research on buying a product.
Yeah, just what the fuck is this bitch?
Without naming names, what's the craziest relationship you guys have been in?
Craziest?
Oh god.
Just give some examples of why it was crazy. I guess.
All right, so like
go into the whole depth of the relationship, but like, what made this? You're thinking back on relationships. What made this particular one crazy? Like, why was she crazy? Let me tell you something. Let me.
Why or what were the crazy things she did? Because I can tell you,
talk to us,
if you throw dick game down good, they're gonna go crazy.
Talk to your nephew, Adam.
They're gonna go crazy. If you throw dick game down good, that's the why. That's the why. If you fuck them good and they come through vaginal penetration, if they come through like dick insertion, like they will go crazy. For I've learned this. If you can't make them come with your dick, they don't care. They don't care about you. All right, take that in, guys. Please take that in.
That's funny.
That's why Adam is getting married. You guys think I'm kidding? You guys think I'm fucking kidding?
Dick game is on point. Hello, ladies.
Hello,
That's
ladies.
my Val Venus impersonation for all you WWE fans.
Hello, ladies.
That shows my age because I know who the fuck Val Venus is.
I know who Val Venus is, yeah.
All right. Like an example.
WWF, by the
I
way.
dated this chick
Yeah.
that, so I dated a combination of blind and sighted women, in my time since going blind. And this in particular, this female was visually impaired. She could see some. We were going through some shit, and she was which was only about an hour outside of Portland. So in my eyes, I considered that local. Like we saw each other regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say that because people are familiar with the blind community. A lot of people date, East Coast to West Coast and stuff like that. So we were going through some shit, so I sent her ass home. She was basically living with me, and I sent her ass home. I said, I'm not
Get your
gonna
ass
do
on the
this.
flight. Get your fat ass
You're not
home.
gonna stay in my spot. Yeah, you're going home. So we're talking this one night, and this is what, for me, was icing on the cake. This was, I'll box up your shit and send it to you. You just stay down there. We're talking on the phone, and she's asking me this, that, and the other, and I'm telling her this is why, this, that, and the other. You're crazy, you're bipolar, you dumb bitch, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, if you don't take me back,
I'm gonna kill myself.
That was a good start to this phrase. If you don't take me back, I will do something crazy. Really? Let's see. I call it bluff. This bitch put her phone on speaker and took her cane and started bashing the shit out of herself in her head with her folded up cane. With a big ass marshmallow tip. She went ham on her forehead with her cane.
Wow.
She was so mad that I wouldn't take her back. And for me, this was an eye-opener for me because this was the beginning of a moment where I realized there are individuals within the blind community that aren't like me.
That have some brain issues, man.
I was normal as fuck. Like,
I know
that's
it.
when
I know
realized,
it, brother.
Oh, there's two types of blind
I
people.
know it.
Okay.
But that's just not a blind
I
thing.
get it
That's
now.
a crazy person thing, dude. Because
Well, yeah,
that was
a little bit of a crazy-
that
yep,
was
Yep, 100%.
That was
I
relation.
just
That
wanna
was one of
run
my
through- I'll run
relationships.
through a
Hold on.
few-
That was
Oh,
one
shit,
of my
sorry.
relationships, though. Almost the same thing. When I was about to break up with her, and it had been a week. It had been a week setup. Like she had already pissed me off. Was like when she knew I was pissed at her and I wasn't gonna have a conversation with her. She started reaching out to people. She started reaching out to my people, like my program director and my best friend. And my best friend don't deal with fucking calls early in the morning. So she was pissed at me, like, why is this fucking bitch calling me at, at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning trying to look for you? And so about a week after that, I pretty much, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I pretty much said, no, like this is too much. This is too much. Actually, no, it was that weekend. I think she knew the writings were on the wall because I was pissed at her. So it was that weekend. It's a Saturday, and she's like, I want to see you. I want to see you. And I'm like, I don't want to see you. Like, don't fucking come up here. I don't want to see you. Now she puts me in a position. She's in the car driving, telling me that she's going to drive off the side of the fucking road and crash and kill herself if I don't let her come and see me. And she's on the fucking phone.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I was like, you want to come here, right? I was like, understand, first of all, my best friend's going to be here. And second of all, when she leaves, I'm violating your ass, nigga. Yo. So I let her come up. That night. All right. This is crazy. I'm admitting. That night, she may or may not have wanted me to fuck. And I was like, since you put me in such a position, I'm fucking you. And I'm doing it at my will. So I was like, we're going to play this crazy game. I'll reverse the crazy on you, bitch. And I'm taking that box.
Said yes or no?
She said, please don't.
Politely said you're raping her.
Please don't fuck me if you're not going to stay with me. And I was like, shut up. You know you want it. And that's what happened. If you're gonna put me in a position, if you're gonna put me in a position where you make me feel like I'm responsible for you killing yourself, I'm taking your pussy. I'm taking your pussy. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Yeah.
Brando, I'm gonna get to your answer in 1 second. I'm gonna jump to the phone lines real quick.
No, please do, because I gotta get those milkshakes.
Okay, I'm gonna bring in big ups to Sam, one of our favorite callers. Let's talk to Sam and see what she has to say.
If any audio of this show ever comes to bite me in the, if any audio comes to bite me in the ass, it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
No, it's going to. It's going to. Because
It's gonna be that.
The hypocrisy you were spewing is gonna come to bite you in the ass. Because I bet, and nobody's mentioned this because everybody's ignoring the chat as usual. But you didn't mention anything about giving advice from single men. You guys get advice from single dudes probably a lot more than you realize.
Because they make the most sense.
Hold on.
Because they make the most sense.
Hold on. Let's back up here.
Hey, guys.
A single man is not making decisions off of emotion, period, point blank.
Wait a second. Hold on. Sam.
No, he's making them with his penis.
Wait, Sam. Who are you talking about? Because I've already told you that I don't really have a problem. What's wrong with getting info from single people?
No, Dan.
Because I don't think we ever specifically said. I asked these guys because they have girlfriends, but I don't think I was making it gender specific. So I think that's you jumping overboard on this one.
It kind of sounded like you. It kind of seemed like you were because you mentioned the promiscuity. I know that you associate that a lot with women. I'm
promiscuous.
Gender specific, and that's
I can only speak about it from my position.
We know you are.
I can only speak about it from my. Since I have to spell out everything, I'm not just talking about women, okay, ladies? I'm also talking about men getting single advice from single, promiscuous, whorish men. Do you feel better now?
A little bit.
Fuck.
I do.
I hate having to be specific. I really do hate that shit.
And Adam both agree with me.
My balls itch.
I hate having to be specific. I don't hate women.
Like, and at least from my
Shit, speak for yourself.
I don't think any of
I gotta say that on our podcast.
are actually in relationships right now, period. It doesn't mean that they have not been, but I know that they're not now. So it's kind of, at least for me, it's a catch-22. Because I would love to take advice from people that are in relationships. I would love to get advice from people that
Find better people.
know a bit
Find better people who know how to handle things better.
But you know that you have a select handful of girlfriends that are going to give you the right advice, right? Like, you know that you have a couple individuals that you're going to go to
This nigga
that are going
right
to have
here,
your
bro.
back.
And some of them are single, some of them are promiscuous. You know, I like to get advice from all angles, especially
All right, hold on.
one that normally talks to my friends. I have a weird side thing. I don't talk to my friends about my relationship problems very much, and I feel it. And I shouldn't do that more, and I just don't.
I just
and
muted.
that's that on me.
I just
Like-
muted her.
Like, because I feel the advice, and I agree with you. You know, you don't want to get that wrong advice, but sometimes you got to get it from where you get it. It doesn't really matter.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I also don't. I also don't think that sometimes what it is that there are certain things. I know that single people sometimes because. And it could be how recent, right? I think a fair question to that is how recent was the breakup? Because they're going to be, you know, if they were cheated on or if it was something on a negative level, they're not thinking right. They're not thinking with they're still thinking with anger and frustration, and they're not thinking in a way that's conducive to a relationship. And maybe that approach is what ruined their relationship.
Be thinking that too.
100%.
But somebody in a relationship could be that jaded and thinking that way about a relationship too.
Sure,
you know?
but at least you have a point of reference though. At least in a relationship, you have a point of reference to be like, well, I understand why you might be saying that. When they're single, they're just fucking throwing. I feel like when you're single, they're just throwing shit out there. You're just throwing shit out there, and hopefully it sticks, and hopefully it works for your situation. And typically, that's not how it goes.
I don't see it that way at all. You need advice from anybody going through any situation if you want to be more open-minded. You need to get those advice from all opinions.
I think getting advice from a single
just because you're salty, you can't just limit yourself.
I think
As if salty have anything to do with anything.
Too gives you another perspective too. Because
I'm just saying in general.
Because if a single female or male, whatever it might be, they can give you that perspective.
Right, whatever it is.
Like, I'm going to give you my perspective from a single point of view. But since I'm your homie and I've known you for 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever it might be, let me give you that perspective from I know how you are in relationships. So I'm going to talk to you as if you're in a relationship, but I'm going to give you that advice from my perspective as a single person. Like, if you want to jump out this relationship, this is what this is. This is how this is going to go down. This is what's going to happen. Or you could sit down, you could talk with your partner, you could do this, that, and the other, and you could figure shit out, and you could be happily ever after.
I'm going to tell my homie straight up, listen, I'm an angry nigga. If I'm single, I'm an angry nigga. I don't trust bitches. So don't come to me. Be responsible. Be responsible.
Got him.
Got him. Got him.
Well,
Facts. Big facts. He's angry, period. We're going to end on that note. Thanks for calling, Sam. You're the best, as always. She got you there.
well, look.
She said, you're angry, single or in a relationship. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, when you have to hear that, wouldn't you?
The inside jokes of the Comfortably Poor podcast.
All right, let's get out of here. This nigga's got to fuck up some shakes. Shakes are more important than his goddamn podcast. I love you guys. At CP Pod 100, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, wherever you find us, Facebook. And make sure that you're checking out throughout the week. I think we're dropping something this week, right? If I'm not mistaken.
There's going to be some stuff dropped this week. We're going to cut back a little bit. This is the last live, potentially. We're going to play it by ear, but this potentially is the last live, maybe till mid-October. We'll see how it goes. 1/3 of the show, myself, I'm about to move out of state, so I got a lot of shit I gotta focus on and get ready to jump to make a big move. So we might be able to get one more live in next week. Just be on the lookout. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. If you see something up there, it'll be there. But we're gonna try to put out at least one episode a week during this downtime. So at the very least, hopefully you'll get an episode. Would love to be able to do the lives for you guys, but just keep it locked in on the Twitter or Facebook. We'll let you guys know at CP Pod 100.
Hey yo, my boy and I too over here. We working on some fire ass shit. Of course, we're gonna announce the
first of the year, hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna announce the stuff.
2021's gonna be big.
Till in October, you know, the Comfortably Poor podcast and us not being on, we're going to definitely put that on social media so that you are aware. And also keep a lookout for the shit that we are working on right now, because this shit going to be super, super hard. And honestly, it might, you know, open doors for a lot of people who wanted to get into this side of...
It's a passion project.
Yeah, who wanted to get into this side of the internet.
It's a passion project.
Other than that, I fucking love you all. Please use protection unless you pull out game strong. And what else? Hey, if we don't do the live, yo, congratulations on the move, big doggy. Enjoy the fucking new cribbo. You gotta bless your girl's box in every room of the house.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck her on the counter.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Fuck her with a California.
This nigga right here, boy. Yeah, fuck her with a California click, bitch. But that's it, man. Yo, enjoy the new spot, bro. I'm super excited to hear you from that place. I can't wait to even more so check it out.
Yep.
Saying bye to your home, home city.
Out there. Once
Tell
we
me.
Get situated, we'll get you guys out there. You
How does
might
it
get
feel?
a couple lives with the fellas live in studio.
How does it feel to leave your city? Is it weird?
Beautiful,
like officially.
I fucking hate this place these days. Portland, Oregon fucking sucks. You already know Trump's talking about it. When Trump's talking about your city, it's not good. It's not good. So
it's a good point. It's a good point.
He talked about it in his freaking acceptance speech, and that's not good. So Portland sucks. It's not Portland what it used to be, and it's unfortunate. So I'm happy to get the fuck out of here.
Fuck it. Yeah, I was happy to get the fuck out of my city too, man.
But keep. Yeah.
I feel you on that.
It sucks, man. It sucks. I was talking to Slim about this because he's from Vegas, and he was saying the same thing. Like, even Vegas, the community around the Strip just isn't the same anymore either.
But like, can I ask a question though?
Town that you want to love and respect.
Can I ask a question though?
The same.
Is that's I don't know if that's just because it's our city's changing or because we get older. Like, I really don't believe. Like, I know that shit changes. I get that.
Portland's
but like,
become racist as fuck. Portland's become super white and super racist, and I hate it.
Because like to me,
and that's not being
because this if you hear
facts.
old people though, if you hear old people, like what do they always say? It's not what it used to be anymore. I remember when all these things. It's like that's such a normal thing. So it's like, is it we're getting older, or is it that these places are really changing and we can't handle it? Because like what would it have been to stay the same for you to stay there or for you to be happy to stay there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we saw our cities and we saw our places as kids. We saw this shit as kids, and so that's what we knew. And so we looked for it to be like this place of fun and all this shit. And then when we got older and realized, damn, it's drug filled, it's fucking racist, it's this and this and that. It's like, oh, this has always been here. We just looked at it from a different lens. I don't know if that's what it is.
We didn't have all this anti-government bullshit. For me, it's this
the militia shit. You didn't got the militia shit.
And really like taken over. Yeah, we have all this militia, Antifa, anti-government, this, that, and the other fucking white supremacist bullshit. And that's come in the last 10 to 15 years. Like, it's been here, but it's stayed underground.
It's run rampant now.
Hush, hush. And now it's just in your face, and it fucking sucks. It sucks. Portland sucks. Portland doesn't suck, but the people here right now suck, and that's unfortunate.
They made it shitty up.
That's the part that I had. That's the problem. Yeah, it's ran the city down. So now I'm heading to California.
Woo!
I don't know if it's any better, but fuck it. It's sunshine, and sunshine is gonna make me happy. And I'm going to a small town, so that's all that matters to me. I'm not going to big ass city.
I'm super happy for you, bro. Congratulations.
I'm gonna have a pool. I'm gonna have my covered patio. I'm gonna have my grill, and I'm gonna have my mini fridge outside full of beer 24/7. I'm gonna be happy. So